So I feel like our first episode is either going to be really funny for a lot of people or really terrifying. But so
we shall see.
We shall see. Hey, let's talk about something relatable. And I was like, you know what? Let's talk about let's talk about what it's like to be over 30. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mythical Man Podcast. I am your host, Royce. This is my co-host, Daniel. And I blame him for everything that I say on this show. It's his fault. This was your idea. This was your idea.
All my idea.
And so, the first one, the first episode, he was wearing a what he called a cardigan.
Yeah, it's a fucking cardigan.
I don't know what that word means. I'm a redneck. I understand words like flannel, denim, t-shirt. He uses words that just, I'm like, oh, is that like a Calvin Klein thing? Is he just trying to be a nice fashion boy over there?
Yes, it's an open pullover, basically. Instead of being a pullover sweater, it's a pullover open jacket.
I don't even own that. I don't.
But I do. I have a ton of them. Thank you very much.
The thing that you just described, I don't even own. I don't even own a pair of tennis shoes. I own boots. And the only reason I even have, like, I've got a pair of like house, like sandals that I'll wear in the house is because my daughter bought them for me for Christmas one year. She wanted to pick out a gift for dad. And she was like, oh, I think dad could wear these around the house, when he wakes up in the morning and he has his coffee on the weekends and stuff like that. That's the only slippers. And and I'm going to be honest. I had the slippers. Or not the slipper, the sandals, and they're like the I don't know, they got the big strap over the front, and like I constantly kick them off my feet because I don't wear the tripping over dogs and stuff, and they don't stay on my feet, but whatever. But I wear them, and my daughter looks at me the other day and she goes, Dad, she goes, you still wear the sandals that I got you? I'm like, yeah, of course, sweetheart. I totally forgot that she got them for me years ago. And I was like, oh, but cause that's just not my shoe game. Like I wake up, throw socks on. Dude, I walk around like the only reason I wear pajama pants is because we have 4 children. And
yeah, that's fair.
Like
I am an enlightened man. I wear cardigans. I have 2 pairs of slippers.
Ooh.
One bought by my daughter, so they are what they are.
Heard that.
They're flannel lined black slippers.
So Daniel's better
that she
than
got
the rest
for me.
of us.
And the other pair are fur lined leather moccasins.
Words that you're saying I don't know. What the fuck is a moccasin?
It's literally a leather shoe.
Well, yeah, I have those. They're called boots. They're made by
like
Area.
rawhide leather.
No, yeah, mine. They're made by Area.
Not the shiny, buff, oiled leather, like actual rawhide leather.
I don't. Why would you call them something different? It's just
because that's the name for them.
That's a slipper.
It's a moccasin.
That's a slipper. That's got fuzzies on the inside. Be like, I'm a rugged man.
Fur lined.
You ain't rugged. Stop trying to. The hell.
It's fur lined. Thank you. And it's comfy as fuck. So I don't give a shit what you say.
Speaking about being a man over 30, that's kind of.
I'm kind of well over 30, so it counts.
He's well done over 30.
Oh yeah.
I'm only
Borderline
like rare over
at this
30.
point.
I'm rare over 30. I still got some flavor. All right. I still got some flavor left before you cook the fuck out of me. But I just, one of the things I've heard so many times, and it's just a joke going around the internet. It's like, men over 30, they either get into World War II history or smoking meat. And I've heard that
Follow
joke
the
so many
Roman
times.
Empire.
Huh?
Follow the Roman Empire.
Right. Here's the problem. I was already into history since I was young.
Me too.
So when I turned 30, turns out the universe still makes you choose. And when your only option is smoking meat, I got so into it, I built 2 offset smokers. And
That
now,
is true.
dude, we're getting into barbecue season where it's just like, all right, I need to source some wood. I've already got recipes we're going for. Like, I'm fixing
Yum.
one smoker up to sell it so I can build another smoker with my boy because my boy's getting into welding. And it's just like, yeah, turns out when you're over 30, it's just like, if you're into history already, like you have no choice. You've got to get into smoking wood. And got me thinking, what are the universal rules for men over 30? I got to stay closer to the microphone this time because the last episode was very quiet. And I don't want it to be very quiet, but it was very quiet. Like, what are the rules for men over 30? Like, what are the universe? Like, and we're not talking about like, well, in civil society. Fuck civil society. We're not talking about that. Okay.
You want what the internet says?
Fuck it. We're there. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get started.
Let's go.
The first one is the no sudden movements rule.
Okay. For what reason? Because no sudden movements could be a lot of things. For me, no sudden movements is just like my lower back's going to hurt for the next 3 to 7 days.
That's exactly what it means. Yes.
Like men over 30, you sneeze wrong. And I blame, blue collar job and, doing blue collar work for years and then just being raised out in the sticks and then dad being like, you need to pick that heavy thing up. And it's just, I don't think you're going to get it done by the time I get home. And if it's not done by the time I get home, you get your ass whooped. And it's like, fuck you, old man. And so you pick up the heavy thing, because you're 17, you've got a point to prove and you really don't want to get your ass whooped.
Yeah, and then you pay for it like it's a registered letter.
Dude, I will say this. We went back home, visited mom and dad a few years back. And, it was my nephew's graduation weekend from high school. And then my wife's best friend was getting married. And, so his graduation's on a Saturday. So we do the party on Saturday. We drive out Thursday. I think it was like Memorial Day weekend. It was some long weekend because I had Monday to recover, thank God. Monday to drive back. So we drive out on Thursday, say hi to the folks. Friday, we go meet up with a bunch of friends and we brewery hop because we're going to Colorado. So we hit a bunch of breweries and just profusely drank all day Friday. We do my nephew's graduation on Saturday. Sunday, it's the wedding. And I look at my wife and I'm like, I'm not going. I don't want to go to the wedding. I've not wanted. And this was I didn't even pack wedding clothes. Like my wife is like the maid of honor. My wife has to go. And I'm like, I hate weddings. 2 things I hate to go to. I hate going to weddings. And I hate going to funerals. And for very different reasons.
I like weddings. I could live without funerals.
I don't like
unfortunately,
weddings,
that's not how the world works.
I hate going to weddings. And so the wife goes and takes the girls to the wedding, and and the boy he's going to be there with me and my dad. So my dad's like, hey, we got to go to the back 40. I got this patch of fence I got to fix so the cows don't get out so I can run them down in this draw again. I was like, all right. And he's like, so what we're going to do, he's like, I already have a bunch of treated light poles, creosote soaked treated light poles that are anywhere from 10 to 14 inches round. And we're cutting, dude, I'm going to tell you right now, a creosote soaked chunk of wood, what was he cutting them at? I think he was cutting them at 7 or 8 feet.
That's a workout.
And I went out. It's like, all right, Dad, you need to run fence all day. I hate fencing, but Dad needs help. So the boy come out. He learned how to run some barbed wire fence. Dude, and I'm just standing up these logs all day, picking them up and just dropping them into these sandy assholes. Cause this whole area, the holes are collapsing. So now I got to pull them back out. My dad digs the hole out and I pick this damn thing back up and just did that. I had splinters and my dad, he starts telling I dropped the one in the ground and it leaned towards my dad. My dad went to go put his hand up and it about knocked him on his ass. And he was like, and my dad was like, he starts telling everybody, he's like, those are like 300 or 400 pounds. And he was just picking them up. And I'm like, no, they weren't 300 or 400 pounds. The one was probably close to 300, but the way that I was lifting it up, it was, but yeah. And so I did that. And I told my dad, and I was like, hey, you're back. I was like, it's better that I do it. Cause your back's got 30 years on mine. Might as well. And
yep.
Oh, dude, I went numb from my mid back down to my knee for like 4 days after that. And
I'll do it.
I mean, I could still pick up heavy stuff, man, but I do not recover in the same way, like at all.
Yeah. Well, I'm 47. I'm still the heavy lifter of the family.
Right. Dude, it's...
And that's quite a thing when your stepfather repairs pianos, because he brings them into the shop and goes, yeah, I need you to lift this up so I can slide this underneath.
Can you pick up this baby grand for me? What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
pretty much. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yep. Dude, dude, if you listen to country music, you remember that Toby Keith song? Not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was. You remember that?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that is a truth over 30. It's like, because I can still do everything that I could do when I was 18, but I'm not doing it the next day.
You pay for it.
Dude,
that's the second rule of guys over 30 is the back care initiative, which is if you have to choose between buying shoes or a good lumbar support pillow, you're choosing the pillow.
Oh, mine was a bed. We bought a bed, dude. My back, before I was 30, my back was in such bad shape. My lower back was in such bad shape. We ended up buying, not sponsored, by the way. We're a small podcast. Who the fuck is going to sponsor us? Right. But I was like, I noticed that my back hurt. It was excruciating pain for like 10 minutes after I would get up in the morning to 20 minutes. And then like when I would lay down into bed and before I would fall asleep, just the pain was really bad. So, and dude, this was months. I could barely walk around. I'm in my 20s, dude. I'm not even in my 30s, but that's what, construction and just, doing what I did does to the body. And so I tell the wife, I'm like, maybe let's just look at a new mattress.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, well, what are you thinking? I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I listen to podcasts and a lot of the people on the podcast I listen, they talk about this purple bed or purple mattress.
Yeah,
dude,
that was all the rage for a hot minute.
Huh?
That was all the rage for a hot minute.
Dude, I will still sell them to people today. I am not even screwing with you. I couldn't even walk. It was so bad. I couldn't feel... like it was numb from the top of my left hip down through my knee. Like I got to a point where like normal walking to just like be at work, because I was an inspector at the time, to make it look like I was kind of like normal walking. Like, because I couldn't feel my muscles contract in my thigh. So I would just like flop my leg forward, and I'm just like, yeah. And dude, the pain was horrible. 2 weeks after we get this purple mattress, my back is fixed. It was wild. And now, like, if I have to travel for work and I go and I sleep in a hotel room and like it's just uncomfortable, my back will hurt. Get back in my mattress at home, life is good. My wife says the same thing. She's like, I hate traveling. She's like, I hate sleeping on others. And it's just like, that's a universal rule. Beds matter. When you're close to 30 or over 30, apparently where you sleep. Dude, I used to sleep on the floor.
Yeah.
I used to sleep on the floor because it was, dude, in the summertime when it was real hot and the bedroom was warm, bucket, take a pillow and very, very thin blanket, just like paper sheet thin blanket, and go lay on the tile floor in the bathroom because it was nice and cool. Wake up the next day, go for it. Dude, no, not anymore. I just turn the fan on and sleep without a blanket. I am not getting, because dude, if I go, because it was nice and cold. If I go and I sleep on the tile floor now because it's cool, nope. We're just not
getting up.
Nope. We just ain't doing the next few days, man. That's just not a thing. I'm not. No.
When I turned 40, I started training myself on squats so that would never be an issue.
I got to start working out again.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm 47. I can still get up and down off the floor without grunting and groaning. And it's all because I do squats. So for the nerds out there is a character in the Final Fantasy MMORPG called...
Oh, God. He wants to start
Hildebrand.
A podcast talking about dude shit, and he's just like, all right, second podcast.
It's dude relevant.
We're getting, all right, better be fucking dude. Because right now we're getting into nerd relevance, and last episode, we were talking about cryptid tits.
Yeah, call me your man tits. Let me explain.
I don't have man tits. What the fuck? Show him right now. Let's not show him. No, we should show him.
There's a character named Hildebrand. His father's name is Godbert, and he is like in his 70s, and he's ripped, like what everybody calls the Chad type of character. And the reason
it's like
for
Uncle
that,
Iroh. That's like Uncle Iroh.
Yeah.
In Avatar.
The reason for that is he works out as well as a handy craftsman, and in scenes like the cut scenes that he's in the background while everybody's talking about whatever's going on, doing squats because he's not relevant to the moment. So he's just going up and down,
right?
Keeping himself
Make
limber
use of that
the whole
moment.
time.
Just get after it.
That's what I started to do. So before my daughter moved out, because she's 24 now, we used to go to the grocery store. And if she took too long picking stuff out off of the grocery shelves, I would start doing squats in the middle of the aisle waiting for her.
Oh my God. You're just in the middle of the fucking...
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm just up and down. And she's like, Dad, knock it off. I'm like, well, hurry up.
Dude, what are you doing? Preventing me from becoming old. She's like, you're already old. Just fucking stop.
Anti-aging.
Oh, man, dude, that's so good, dude. That's one of the things that I do that kind of helps just stay is I just do like, because in my office at work, my boss, she wanted a standing desk, a desk that goes up and down, but she wasn't able to get that. And so I was like, hey, let me go. I'll find you a thing. And so you can put the thing on your desk and you can lift it up and stand. And, turns out my boss didn't want to use that because she needed her desk space, whatever. So she takes the fucking thing that I get her and she's just like, I don't want this anymore. You can take it to your office. I'm like, all right, whatever. So it sits in my office for a while. I'm like, screw it. So I put the thing on my desk, put my computer monitors up there. So now when I'm in my office and I'm like scanning papers and I'm like feeding them to the printer and stuff, pick that bitch up, stand up. And now while I'm sitting there, and then sometimes when I'm just like, I just can't sit in this office, dude, I just be doing toe ups, dude.
There you go.
Just toe ups in my office while I'm standing there. Cause at least and like, it never would have thought about that when I was younger. Like, oh, I'm just going to stand in front of, cause I never thought I was going to be an office guy, but
yeah, that's true.
And yeah, and it's just like, man, just the little bits that I can get in here and there. And I need to dedicate more time to working out. Like I have time to work out, but I much prefer drinking beer and smoking cigarettes to working out. Like on a scale of, I love it and I hate it. Like I love drinking beer and smoking cigarettes.
That's fair.
I
do like a cigar
working
and a
out
drink.
more than I don't like working out. Like, I don't hate working out. Like, I actually love working out. Like, I think it's awesome. But drinking beer and smoking cigarette, I like that so much more. It's so much easier.
Yeah. I mean, I have the routine that I have with my coach is only a half an hour, but it's lifting heavy objects and keeping my limbs from aching when I do things that I should be able to do. So it's nice and targeted.
Thankfully, don't have the aches and pains, man. But I will say this: I had a boss.
I don't anymore. That's why I do it.
Right. I had a boss of mine tell me years ago, and he goes, and I never thought it was true. He goes, "Never trust a fart over 30."
Yeah, that is true,
dude. And that is some embarrassing shit. But every dude over 30, you thought you were gonna let one go, and you're just like, we're going home now.
Well, that's what the test fart's for.
Dude. Test fart. Highly, and it's a very careful thing. You're just like, make sure the cheeks are aligned properly. It's not, that is a very mathematical formula to work out in your mind. I gotta be real careful, right? And then you're just like, what did I eat last night? And you're like,
it's like being an oil rigger. You just gotta, very, very brief pressure test before you let that valve go. Is it dry? Good. Does it stink? No. We're good. Let fly.
Dude, it sucks so bad. It sucks so bad. Dude, I will say, the one thing that over 30, man, recovering from a drinking day. Whew.
Oh, yeah.
That's
especially when you're hammering them.
Oh, yes. Dude, I made the mistake a few years ago. Buddy come out, visit us because we moved. So he flies out to come visit us in our new home. He gets there on a Thursday night and we're pounding fucking beers, dude. And then the wife goes out Friday and she gets a bunch of craft beer from a brewery that's close to us. And I mean, she doesn't get the crowler. She gets the growler. She gets the big. So we're drinking craft beer most of that day. And then we're going back and getting more beers. And I mean, dude, we are drinking profusely. And it was one of those just like, we didn't notice it while we were doing it because hair of the dog situation. So on Saturday, we're making food and having people over. My other buddy in our new house, in our new home comes over and he comes in the back, dude. And we're already working our way through like a 30 rack of Busch Light. My other buddy shows up and he goes, "All right, you bunch of queers, put your check liver lights on," and opens up an 18 pack of Busch Light. So between the three of us, the three of us polish off what's left in the 30 rack. We polish off what's left in the 18 rack. I think we went back and we got another 30.
Oh, jeez.
And then another 12. We were drinking, dude. We were drinking. And then Sunday, we're still drinking. And at this point, I'm not feeling
a liver check.
Huh?
Oh, that is definitely a liver check.
Oh,
holy
dude.
Shit.
And here's the thing. Because we're all just a bunch of alcoholics.
Apparently.
It's just beer. We're not drunk. We're not even buzzed. It's just a Saturday. And then Monday,
you don't know.
Huh?
You don't know at that point. You're like, I'm not buzzed. Meanwhile, you're leaning to the left.
Hey, the backyard wasn't a tilt-a-whirl, dude. My buzz is like, all right, when we hit the tilt-a-whirl moment. So, and then me and my buddy, we have I don't know, I think we do a 12-pack on on Monday because I had the day off. And
that's just a recipe for disaster,
dude.
right there.
And I took no buffer day, and I went back to work. Dude, I'm the safety manager at work, and I had guys coming into the office, and they just look at me like, Safety guy, what the fuck is wrong with you? They all call me safety. I'm like, dude, I drank a lot. And they're like, what do you mean a lot? And I proceed to describe to them the last 4 days of my life. And they're like, safety guy, you need a buffer. And these are young men in their 20s. They're in their prime.
How are you not dead?
These are dudes like 22, 23, and they're like, safety guy, even I need a buffer day after that. And I'm like, dude, I didn't feel right until Thursday.
Does not surprise me.
I do.
You needed some blood in your alcohol level.
I felt fucking horrible. And I was like, I used to be able to do this and I'd be okay the next day. I could go on a bender for a weekend with the boys and it was fine. And dude, I felt miserable for like 3 days. Mm-hmm. And I was it was horrible. And I was just like, okay, after 30, the liver stops processing as good. What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
So
it sure does.
So now I have to be into World War history. I've got a barbecue. I can't drink as much, which makes barbecue slightly less fun. But you know what? We're going to push the boundaries of drinking because fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
Also, you know, drinking might give you the Hershey squirts. You can't trust a fart over 30. Everything I love at this point makes me want to shit my pants over 30.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Speaking of which, that's another rule over 30.
Wait.
This is one that I actually don't have, and I don't think you have it either. The spicy food tax.
Oh, no, I don't have the spicy. Dude, I grew up on spicy food, so.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. That people tell me all the one of the guys at work, I told him, it's like, dude, I just ended up like crapping my pants. I was like, or you can just stop being a pussy. I'm gonna have to edit that out. Oh god, I have so much editing to do. No, dude, I grew up in Colorado. Spicy food is just part of the diet out there. And I moved to the Midwest.
Yeah. And spicy food has always been my jam.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Yeah, I don't pay the spicy food. I actually feel fantastic. Like, if I go too long without eating spicy food, I don't feel good. When I actually eat spicy food, all of a sudden, like, my body is just like, all right, we're good to go. Yep. Like, we're good to go, dude. The one thing that, the tax that I pay, though, is like, it's the crappy food tax.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're eating good for a while, you're making homemade food, and then all of a sudden it's just like, we just didn't have time this week to cook a bunch of stuff, so fuck it,
I was really hungry on my way home from work, and I stopped at McDonald's.
No, dude, it's like for me, because I do a lot of driving, so it's like I'll stop at the gas station and get, well, no, so...
Never trust gas station food, bro.
Hold on, no, you don't live in the Midwest. Gas stations out here are totally different, dude. Believe it or not, like, a lot of gas station food out here is not gas station food. It's like local.
Well, if it's like a mom and pop making stuff, I could see that. But if it's like a regular traditional gas station,
like you get
no.
This is a place it's chicken breast that's just like deep fried, and they just have a 3-piece chicken. They call it chicken tenders, but it's actual chicken breast. It's actual like real meat. Like it's Quick Start, Quick Trip. People in the Midwest would be like, oh yeah, it's not what you think of when you think of gas station stuff. But
yeah, no, I'm talking about the gas station stuff that you get out of the
just like on the rollers, unit. Dude, just like that.
Yeah,
just
like that stuff.
That fake ass taquito that.
Those plastic wrapped sandwiches that are sitting in the refrigeration unit. Yeah,
no, not that. It's not that bad. I mean, they have that, but I don't get that. But like,
no,
dude, after a day of eating that, I'm just like, oh my gosh, dude. And I will say this. When I was young, it didn't matter. You eat whatever you want and you just go to the bathroom. Now it's like, I ate crappy food for a few days, so I'm going to pay for it. Well, then you have the going back to eating right tax. Mm-hmm. Oh, dude. I like going back to eating the good food and like, okay, this is better for me. Dude, you just like, I never knew what it was like to be breathless going to the bathroom. Like, you know what I'm talking about. You're like, oh, I need to start eating right again. I've had a few days. We were bad. Now we can start cooking good food. And you go back to eating good food and your body's like, we're getting rid of all the bad. And you just be in the bathroom. And you're like, ugh! Like it sucks your breath away, but from the wrong hole. like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my wife's
awful.
knocking on the door. Are you good, babe? Like, no, I just need a minute.
Throw me another roll of toilet paper.
Dude,
I'm gonna be in here for a while.
Horrible. It's horrible. And I like, and like to get out of like the toilet humor stuff, dude, there are sometimes like I'm not there are various different types of sneezers on the planet, right? You got your machine gun sneezers, right? I'm not a machine gun sneezer, right? You know, the people like, dude. You know, what would mine be? Like, I'm a shotgun sneezer. Like, I'm getting it all out in one go. Dude, I have tweaked my back sneezing too hard. What the fuck even is this?
I have not experienced that in all my 47 years.
Oh, dude, no, I sneeze hard. Like,
so do I.
Like, I don't know why. Like, mine's like, dude, people hear it through the house. They're like, Dad, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. And it doesn't happen all the time. But it's like one of those. It's like after the first time it happened, it's like, all right, I know the sneeze is coming. We're going to prepare. We're going to tighten these muscles up. Okay, cool. Now, but if I don't do like my karate, like horse stance or like horse sit, because I'm in my 30s. We ain't standing up to do shit. And I sneeze too hard, dude. Like, she's going out for the night, right? And then I'm just going to have to deal with hypno. I'm like, what is this? Why is this a thing? Like, I think it's because we're supposed to be dead at 30. We're not supposed to live longer than that. And modern medicine is just like, no, you got to live longer than that.
I have never actually tweaked my back sneezing, and I sneeze like a rocket sometimes.
Dude, I did it once. And it was back during the back pain years before we got the good mattress. I wasn't even in my 30s. I just treated
that could have been a factor.
Yeah. Well, I was one of those guys that, and still am to this day when I do projects at the house. It's just like, oh, it starts hurting. It doesn't matter. The job's got to get done. Well,
oh yeah.
When you're in construction and that's just what you have to do every day. Oh, do you hurt? Yeah, but I'm not gay and I need to get the job done. So we're just going to go for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's like the redneck triage system. I cut myself. Is it bleeding hard? Yes. Give me a piece of duct tape and a cloth.
Dude, electrical tape.
Let me get back to work.
Electrical tape and paper towels, man. We just keep going, dude. Yep. Oh, dude, I did it. I did it a lot.
Same.
You know?
Yeah, I still do it.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the time it's in the kitchen.
Dude, my issue is like if I cut myself now, and I actually attribute this as just the absolute amount of beer that I drink. Dude, I bleed a lot now. I'm a bleeder. Yeah. I'm a man. Dude, I mean, if I get a fucking paper cut, dude, we're talking about a murder scene in a fucking horror film. Like, it's horrible.
That's because of the beer, Royce.
Okay, so we're not going to talk bad about the love of my life. All right. You can shut your dirty whore mouth. Okay.
I got no room to talk. I drink hard liquor like a fish.
Dude, it's so bad. It's so bad. You know, I will say this though, dude. I will say this, man. Like, and I know buddies that they're worse off than I am, but I cut out a lot of the bad food because I was having problems in my 20s. I cut out a lot of the bad food. I actually eat pretty good. The worst thing that I do is you know, cigarettes and beer. Which not good. I don't do a lot of I do almost no sugar. And by almost no sugar is like sugar is in everything, and like occasionally, like occasionally, like once or twice a year, I will get a craving for like a dark chocolate like candy bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I just gotta have like the I had one at the gas, or not, the Dollar General was selling the world's finest chocolate bars. And I saw one, it had the almonds. I was like, man, I just need one. Gross, by the way. Doesn't taste good to me anymore. So like I cut out a lot of the bad food. So I know a lot of friends that like they're my age and they have more issues than I do.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, I will say this, man, like having like being in your 30s.
Pie.
Huh?
I like pie. That's my sugary treat.
I haven't had pie in a long time. My family, they always get cake and they're like, Dad, do you want some cake? I'm like, no.
Yeah, I don't either. Like when I do family meals with like my mother and my stepfather, she always goes, what are you going to grill? Obviously. So I make the protein and she makes the sides. And then she goes, well, what do you want for dessert? And I'm like, every time you ask me, it's the same answer. Well, I don't want dessert.
Well, dude, you've been to my house. Like you've been over here. Like what I cooked that weekend when we had that barbecue.
Yep.
With the community, like,
it's good food.
That's just how I do it in the summertime. That's what I make in the summertime. Like there's a really good chance I'm doing adobo smoked chicken this weekend.
Nice.
With doing some like that's my jam, dude. But
I'm doing that Sunday.
But I will say this, that being in my 30s, I think is like, one, I still feel like I'm 18 a lot of the days.
Yeah.
Like I don't, I have a lot of the same pains I did when I was 18 because I was also doing manual labor back then. But I love being the age that I am because it's like, it's not like, oh, you can't do a lot of the stuff that you want. I can do everything that I used to be able to do. Two, I have the money to buy some tools to help make my job easier if I need to. Three, I own my own house. I can build whatever the fuck I want. I got into barbecue and then built my own offset smokers.
I know.
Like, that's cool. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do that when I was younger. And it's just all this experience that I have, and my body my body has some pains, and definitely if I do something wrong, if I lift something that I probably shouldn't, which I'm going to, I just always do, it's probably going to hurt for a day or two longer. But at the end of the day, dude, I get to do some cool shit.
Yep.
And so I think ultimately, like for me, I mean, as much negatives, and we joke about it, like, oh, don't trust a fart and all that, this, that, and the other thing, dude. I know people in their 20s that like can't do that because of bad diets.
Yeah. Yep.
But like
bad diets, no exercise.
Yeah. But like, man, dude, I get out in the summer, I'll be out there on 100-degree day throwing firewood in a smoker, like smoking meat. And like, I'm teaching my son how to weld. I actually want to sell one of the smokers. You haven't seen the new one. Well, I've shown you pictures, but I want to sell one because my son, he's getting into welding. And so I want to sell one so I can go get more materials to build a new one. So my son can actually have a summer project. So my summer project is to build a new smoker.
Right on.
With my son, I just love that stuff though, dude. But it's interesting. And I don't know if I think it kind of depends on the demographic, because a lot of the people who are in their 30s, like where I live in like the Midwest, they're kind of where I am. Like they all, they've got houses, they've got, we're all handyman type people. Like if something breaks in the house, it's my job to fix it, and I do. And that's what I know how to do. And I do, the only thing I really don't like to screw with in the house is electrical. And
I actually kind of enjoy it now that I've gotten into doing it more often.
I just didn't do it a lot when I was younger. And it's like, I know the rules of electricity, and it's like, oh, turn this off, do this. But electrical for me is more tedious than plumbing.
Huh.
And like, as much as I even hate doing plumbing, like I will do plumbing. I just hate it.
Yeah. Plumbing is not my favorite.
I don't like screwing with electrical because It's a lot of test this here, go over here, test that over here. Are you getting signal? Does it ring out? Blah. I'm like, for me, it's a patience thing. I don't like.
That's fair.
Like, I don't like. I'll even work on cars too. I don't like turning wrenches. I know how to do it. It's not my jam. But like,
I love working on vehicles.
Oh, dude,
machinery. Oh man, machinery is fun.
Nope, dude, not my thing. I like, dude, like you were out here before the shed was built.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I built the shed in a weekend. Like, I like build it, and then we built what I call the chicken hutch because the wife, we were hatching chickens because I built that little chicken hutch. I've sent you that, dude. I built that in a weekend while I was building a smoker. Like, I like doing that kind of work. I like doing like showy work. Like, when you're done, you look at it and you go, "Oh, it wasn't there before, and now it's here." Like, when it comes to vehicle work, it's like, well, it was sitting in my driveway, and now it's still sitting in my driveway. Like, it's like, and I had to do a lot of work to it to get it to not sit in my driveway. I
like that part.
I don't like mechanic work. The last thing I had to do is I had a serpentine belt go out on our expedition. And I mean, not that big of a deal. But the snow was all melting. So I'm laying in my driveway with melting snow just running down. I even throw like coveralls. I throw layers on. It doesn't matter. Soaked through me. Because because my vehicles never go out in an opportune moment. Ever.
Winter time sucks.
Dude, it's always cold. It's always raining. It's always just, and it's always like we have like when my wife's starter went out on her car, it was the hardest bolt to get to was the one that was seized all the way back there. And modern cars nowadays, they've got wires and shit, dude. And I'm like, because like, if I push too hard and I hit the wiring harness, I'm going to rip a whole bunch of crap out that's connected to a whole bunch of sensors and stuff. So I'm trying to be careful, and I'm trying, like, dude, and I just hate it. Yes, I can work on cars. No, I'm not a fan of it.
Royce has no patience, ladies and gentlemen.
I have patience for certain things. But like the one bolt that all of the other bolts that are very easy to get to and nice, they just click, just ratchet off. Oh, wonder. The one bolt that's the hardest one to fucking get to. And you're like, you've got to like you're pulling wires and tubes and hoses up, and you're like, I really don't want to disconnect these because I just don't want to deal with that right now. And you finally get in there and you go and and you can't even get leverage on it because your ratchet, it's in the engine now, and you're just like, I can't move this son of a. And halfway through the process, you're just like, I'll just rip everything out of this son. And then you think, and you're just like, no, I don't want to pay the bill for that. It's going to be thousands of dollars. So then we stop. We go and we chill out by doing our favorite hobby, which is smoking cigarettes, drinking beer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's depending on, and then we chill out, and then we come back later, and then we just figure out some weird way to get in there and get the bolt done. And eventually the bolt comes undone. And then we can put the new starter in. And then it doesn't even matter because the turbo blows out a year and a half later and the car's dead in the driveway anyway.
Yeah, but see, I exist out of spite, so anytime my stubbornness overrides anything, I consider that a win. So the troublesome bolt, when it finally comes free, I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Me win, not you.
Mine's not like that. Well, my train of thought is, thank fuck, I'm done with this. I don't care. Go back in. We're done. And then I go and I just sit there. And then the wife is like, hey, are you okay? I'm like, yep, I'm just super irritated right now. She's like, what can I do? And I'm like, more beer, More cigarettes. She was like, anything you want, sweetheart. Thank you so much for fixing my car. I love you. It's amazing. And then I get more beer and cigarettes out of it. And then the wife gives me a kiss on the cheek. And I'm just like, all right, that was kind of worth it. I'm like, yeah, hey. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it's always worth it.
I was like, yeah, I got a kiss on the cheek. Hey, baby, what are you doing later night? She's like, playing video games. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be up that late. But like, dude, I wake up at 4 a.m. Like, I woke up at 2:30 this morning. Because I made the mistake of, like, I was just tired. I was like, I'll go to bed a little early. Never go to bed a little early. All right, which guy are you? Okay, because I know, and I am apparently a part of the rare. Most of the guys that I know, they're like, it does not matter what time I go to bed, because I know a bunch of blue collar working motherfuckers. And again, I come from that world. I'm still kind of in that world because I'm a safety guy in the blue collar world. But just after years even being in the field, most guys I know are like, I will wake up at the same time every single morning. It doesn't matter if I wake up at, it depends on what time they got to show up to work, but it's either 4 or 5 in the morning. They're like, if I go to bed at 2 a.m, I still wake up at 4 or 5. Does not matter. I'm like, I'm the type of guy, it doesn't matter what time I go to sleep. I'm going to get the same amount of sleep regardless. So like on the weekends, I like to stay up a little late, hang out. But again, I go to bed at, 9 o'clock and I wake up at 4 most of the time, which is,
that's actually one of the rules for men over 30, the 9 p.m. shutdown.
Well,
if you're still out at 9, you're likely too old for this and you need to reevaluate your life choices.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Dude,
hey, don't be mad at me. This is the internet.
That's how my dad raised me. My dad is like, bed at 9, up at 5 at the latest. Like that's like that has been a thing since I was like 12 years old, when it was like, all right, you're waking up. And when dad was like, hey, I don't have time to get the chores done that I need to get done before I go to work. He's like, you ain't got to go to school for another 2.5 hours. Get your ass up and go get this shit done. You know what I mean? Dude, I've been getting up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning for a long. Now it's just, dude, like I get 5 to 6 hours of sleep. 7 if I'm lucky. And like, so I'll go to bed at 2 o'clock on a or Friday night, Saturday morning, up by 8 o'clock. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's and I tell people like, I'm sleeping in, but I'm really not sleeping in. I'm sleeping long enough so I don't piss my neighbors off when I go outside and I fire up the angle grinder to work on a smoker.
Fair. Yeah. I average about 6 hours a night.
What?
Depending on when I go to sleep.
What are you? Are you the you get the same amount of sleep no matter when guy? Or are you the I wake up at this time every day guy? Which one are you?
I'm the wake up at this time period kind of guy.
I can't be that guy. I don't want to be that guy.
I know it sucks. And that's why I have to make sure I'm in bed. If my routine is to get up at 8, as it has been recently, then I have to make sure I'm asleep before 2 a.m. Because if I don't get 6 hours of sleep, I'm just everybody's worst nightmare for the entire 24 hours.
Dude, oversleeping kills me.
I actually like oversleeping sometimes.
Oh, man. I get that Chinese disease dragon ass if I sleep too much. Dude, it is not like if I like max 7 hours, and even then it doesn't feel good for me. I am I'm anywhere 4 to 6 hours. 4 to 6 hours, that's my sweet spot. 5 hours, we're good. Dude, if I sleep 7 to 8 hours, I feel like the flu is coming on. I am lethargic. I can't think. I got foggy brain, right? Dude, I feel like Gen Alpha. I can't fucking read. It's horrible. because we all know Gen Alpha can't read. But anyway,
That's true.
It's terrible, dude. Dude, if I sleep now, here's the weird part of it. If I go like way, way over, and this will happen once a year usually. Basically it's when the batteries are dead.
Yeah.
But if I go to bed and I don't sleep 6, 7, 8 hours, but we go all the way. We full fucking send. 12, 14 hours. It's just one of those, you're tired, you go to bed. It's been a long time since I've done it, but it used to be one day a year. I don't actually think I've done it in a while. But there used to be one day a year where like my wife would wake up and she would look over and I'm still sleeping and she's like, "Oh, we're just going to leave him."
Yeah.
And I would wake up at I'd be like, I go to bed at like 10 o'clock on a Friday and I open up my eyes and it's 2 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah.
Not the early 2, the late 1. And I'm like, why didn't you wake me up? And she goes, I tried. And I'm like, what do you mean tried? My wife knows me. When my wife means tried, like violently shaking me. And she's like, and you didn't move. And I was like, oh. She's like, do you feel okay? I'm like, yeah, actually, I feel great. But
Yeah.
like
I've got dad brain and it works very strangely. My daughter only can wake me up by speaking. If she doesn't say anything, I don't wake up. She can shove me clear off the bed and I'll still be asleep. But as soon as she speaks, my eyes open. Same thing with noises in the middle of the night. Any loud noise, I'm like up and reaching for the gun.
Oh, no, dude. I'm the same way. No, I'm the same way. I'm just saying there's that one time where you've been going hard for a while. And then you get that one day a year where, I mean,
It doesn't happen for me.
Really? I got to talk with other people to see if that's a thing. Cause that's been a thing for me for the longest time. It's just one day a year.
I sleep off illnesses. That's the only time that I will sleep for extended periods of time. If I'm sick, I literally sleep until I don't feel sick anymore.
So no. I agree with
bizarre.
that. Like, I agree with that. What I'm saying is just like, I don't necessarily feel extra tired. I just go to sleep and then I guess it's just my battery recharge or whatever the fuck it is.
Maybe.
And but like and I'm just out. I'm just out for 12 to 14 hours. Like, it hasn't happened. It didn't happen last year. I don't think I had a day like that. But
I used to have to sleep more when I was working overnight shifts. Because, being nocturnal, it screws with your internal clock. So, yeah, I used to sleep like 10 hours when I was working night shifts.
So you don't have like the one day a year like battery recharge? Like not where you're like, oh, I'm just going to sleep in. Where you just go to bed and then when you wake up, the clock is just way further along than... Because like, again, most of the time I go to bed 9, 10 o'clock, up at 4... like even on the weekends, dude, like.
No, only time that ever happens to me is if I'm sick.
Oh, you cut out again. What?
It's if I'm sick.
Huh.
It's the only time it ever happens to me. I don't have like that battery recharge style thing. It's more of I go to bed feeling like crap and I know I'm coming down with something and I wake up and I'm no longer sick, but an entire day has passed.
Dude, I saw a meme the other day. And what was it? It was somebody was like, it was like that sneeze that confirms I'm going to be sick tomorrow. And I'm just like,
oh yeah.
And I don't care if it's a sneeze, dude. And I was talking with my buddy about this. You know what my litmus test is? If I'm feeling a little off, and it's probably because I'm a raging alcoholic. I'm like, all right, we're going to drink beers. And if by the time I hit 6, we're doing good, I'm not going to be sick. I'm not going to be sick tomorrow. But if I can't make it through 6 tonight, we're fucked. Like, it's not. And my buddy, also raging alcoholic, he goes, that's actually a really good litmus test. He goes, yeah, I've done that a bunch.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. For me, it's how the sneeze feels. Because if I sneeze and you get that like burny sensation behind your nose or in your throat, you're like, yep, something's coming.
Oh, dude,
mine's if I sneeze and nothing happens, I'm like, okay, I just sneezed for the fuck of it. Thanks.
Oh, dude, mine is like, I mean, sitting there, I'm like, I start to get like numb in my neck. You know, like my neck muscles just don't want to hold themselves up, you know? I'm like, all right, whatever. It would just be, I don't know why that's a thing, but that's just my thing.
It's tension. Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I'm just like, all right, well, if we make it through 6 tonight, we're doing all right. Maybe I'm just extra tired. But if I hit like 3 and all of a sudden my eyes are just burning, I'm just like, all right, I'm calling into work. Cause I don't just like get a little sick. I'm like,
oh yeah, no,
103,
when I mean sick,
104
I'm like
degree temperature,
dying.
Just fuck it. Oh, dude. I don't pussyfoot around when I get sick. When I get sick, I get man sick, and it's fucking horrible. Dude, I remember I woke up one morning and I was feeling a little off, and I was like, I either had a few too many last night or today's gonna be a bad day. I get into the office. I usually get into the office around like 6 a.m, and I'm in my office, and dude, by like 9 o'clock, I'm like, I need to go home. I'm not doing good. Like the neck thing, because again, like that's just my thing, and I'm not, and like even the guys that come up to get coffee from my office, because I'm like the safety guy, but I brew coffee and make sure that I have a pot of coffee there if the guys want to come up and get some every day, so they can come up and even they're like safety guy. Some of them call me safety man. They're like, dude, you look like shit. I'm like, thanks, I appreciate the compliment. And they're just like, it wasn't a compliment. So I go down to my boss, which is in the main office, and the main office has got a bunch of ladies in there, and I turn the corner and my boss is just like, what do you want? I'm like, I need to go home. She's like, get out of my office now. Because apparently when I'm sick, I'm one of those people that wear it on my face. People look at me and they go, oh, there is something wrong with you. I get home, I'm at 102.8 and fucking climbing. I hit 103.8 and stayed between 103.5 and 103.8 for 2 fucking days.
Wow.
I
usually kick shit in 24 hours. Very rare that it lasts longer than a day.
I do not. Oh no, when I say I do it right, dude, if I'm going to get sick, if I am going to get sick, it is a week-long event. It is. I am not even fucking kidding, dude. That's
crazy.
It is 5 days, and I literally live on chicken broth and Gatorades or Propel. I like Propel. It doesn't have all the food dyes in it.
Yeah,
chicken broth,
like
Propel.
as well.
I have my wife find every heavy blanket in the house, stack it on top of me, and then I get heated blankets underneath me, and I sweat profusely.
Sweat it out.
Dude, the one time I did it, no bullshit, I lost 15 pounds in like 4 fucking days. It was like to the point where my wife was like, you might need to go to the doctor. And I was like, I don't. If I go
give me
on
more water, I'll be fine.
I was like, if I go under, well, I was better. So I was like, if I keep losing weight now that I'm better and I'm eating again. Oh, dude, that one was bad though. Probably should have gone to the hospital on that one. I was actually running like 104. Oh, I was over 104 for multiple days.
Seizure inducing level.
I was not in a, oh dude, I was freezing. I had every heavy blanket. And then I had a 1200 watt heater. Our heating bill or our electric bill that month was insane. I had a 1200 watt heater just blowing at me the entire time to keep me warm enough so I wouldn't shiver. It was fucking miserable, dude.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I think it's a genetic thing.
Might be.
Because my dad does the same thing. My dad never got sick. He'd get sick once every 2 years. But when he got sick, dude,
Out of commission.
He was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I do the exact same thing. Like when, and are you the same as, so here's the question. When do you take pills? Because I won't take pills unless I feel like I'm fucking dying. Because in my brain, if I get used to the pills, they don't work as easy. Because it's like alcohol. I drink alcohol. It don't work on me the way that it used to. So I don't take the pills. And if I get sick enough and I'm like, babe, I need pills. She's like, oh God. Like you see her physically change. She's just like, oh, he's fucked. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, this isn't good.
Well, it depends on if I actually have to do something that day that I can't avoid by just calling out. At that point, I might take something just to make myself manageable enough to get through whatever it is I have to do.
Yeah, you've got like 4 businesses, I forget.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't get the call out function.
Nope, I really don't. But if it's bad enough where I need to, I have a mass text message where I literally just say, I'm sick. I'll check in with you tomorrow.
Right. If I'm not dead,
die. And then I die in bed for 24 hours and resurrect like a fucking phoenix.
Oh, dude. I wish mine was 24 hours. Mine's never been. It's never been. I will get like the mild, like just that head cold kind of shit now that I'm older. Never got that when I was younger. But I get that, you know. But dude, no, if I get sick, every single time, it is literally 5 days. It is wild. And it's just been like that since I was a kid, dude. Once because my parents had my tonsils removed when I was young, because I was super, super sick up until I was 2, got my tonsils removed. And then I would get the normal kid sickness stuff. And then no bullshit, dude. After I was about 9 or 10 years old, I didn't get sick. I had not been sick from the time I was 10 years old. I mean, not a fever, not a sniffle, not a cough, fucking nothing until I was 17. And then I am dying on the couch at 17 years old, sweating profusely for days. And my dad, my dad's kind of a hard ass, he looks at me and he's like, I'm taking you to the doctor. And when my dad is like, I'm taking you to the doctor, it's like, oh, wow, this might be the end.
Yeah.
And I am sheet white, just not good. And I will never forget the doctor looks at my dad and he goes, well, how often does he get sick? Because I can't talk at this point, dude. I'm drained. I am in the doctor's office, but I'm not in the doctor's office. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I know the feeling.
I have a corporeal presence, and that's just, and I will never forget. The doctor looks at my dad. He goes, how often does he get sick? And my dad looks the doctor dead in his eyes. He goes, he doesn't.
Mm-hmm. And
the doctor goes, what do you mean? My dad goes, the last time he was sick, he was 10 years old. And the doctor's like, oh. and now I'm scared. And he goes, I'm going to prescribe him these pills. And if he's not feeling better in 3 days, you're going to bring him back. We're going to test him for West Nile. And I'm like, what the fuck?
It's probably the only thing strong enough to actually affect you.
I'm like, oh God. So needless to say, I mean, fucking horse tablets, dude. Like probably the shit they were giving Joe Rogan to fix his COVID. Like, fuck, I mean, I don't remember these things. They were huge. And like, you got to swallow these. And I'm just like, I can't swallow soup right now. I don't feel good. These things were, fuck it, dude. I felt right as rain in like 2 days. I was like, shit, I guess I don't have West Nile.
Yay.
I mean, it took 3 days after that for color to return to my face, because apparently when I get sick, I turn pastier than I actually am.
Oh, that's not surprising.
Yeah,
it's a biological reaction.
I don't know. I know that hurts a lot worse now over 30. I get joint pain. That's one thing I didn't get like when I was younger. Like the joint pain when I have a fever now, that hurts.
Yeah, that's what the exercising is for. Keeps that from happening for me.
I know, I got to start. Well, for a long time I was out active and walking around a lot more. Now I'm in the office a lot more. Mm-hmm. But I used to put myself out and I'd be out walking and believe it or not, walking upgrades and downgrades and just a lot of that really helped. But I don't do that. So come on, camera.
It's your hand talking.
Oh, dude, it is. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on the Mythical Man Podcast. Tell us how you feel over 30 on the places that let you comment. Yes. Tell us what it's like for you to be over 30. I personally think it's awesome to be over 30. There's a couple of drawbacks here and there, but I have all of the knowledge that I didn't have when I was younger, and I still have the body to do a lot of the things that I want to do. So that's awesome. Makes the wife happy sometimes. Also, sometimes it makes the wife super annoyed. But let us know what you think. And thank you so much. I am Royce. I have been your host, welcomed by the creator of the show, because this was his idea, Daniel. And don't stop being mythical men. That is a terrible sign-off. I got to figure out a good sign-off. Later, everybody. Have a good
Exist one. Out of spite, like me.
Exist out of spite. Exist. That's how we do it. Exist out of spite.
Yes.
And don't take pills unless you have to. Otherwise, you're a sissy. You're a sissy lala, as my brothers used to say.
Quit being a woofy.
Quit being a woofy. Oh my God. That's Christopher Titus. I remember that one. Have a good one, everybody.